Cross-Examine episode ninja 2. B-list. Komi can't communicate. Made in Abyss. Call of the Night. Vermeil and Gold, and then Lycoris and Recoil.
Lycoris Recoil.
Lycoris and Recoil.
There's not even an and.
What? No, I'm just putting. You know what? Fuck it. Lycoris X Recoil.
We're back on this.
Yeah.
But starting with Komi.
Komi ended the way it perfectly should have.
Yep. It's the final 2 episodes. It's adorable. Mama Komi and Daddy Komi is kind of scary.
Daddy Komi's just sitting there like, It's like, he's not saying anything. Also, Tando totally just drank out of his tea thing. They even mentioned like, Dad takes a sip, and then Tando's like,
yup.
But he gives Komi a gift back. That's adorable.
There's a meme where it's like, oh, he goes to show up. The mom sees him, and it's like, oh, you should come inside. There's been a meme forever for the manga of that panel where it got redrawn where when she's going like this, she's got a condom in her hand.
God.
Someone reanimated that and put the condom in that scene. God. And everyone was like, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
God.
It was pretty good.
Tando definitely should have smashed, as one might say.
That man can't smash anything.
Yeah, they're too much of a pussy to do anything. I mean, both of them are. They're like, I like her, and that's me.
They do get into a little fight.
Yeah, and it's like, man, you must be really close together if you're fighting like that. And they're like, then they never fought again. It's just been the season for rom-coms on there. Well, now that we're finishing the actual season, because, Netflix does their whole 2-week bullshit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not too much else happened in Komi minus the other 3 episodes that I didn't watch. I watched the catch up on it. I was like, man, I really missed a lot that week.
Yeah. The ending had the most ridiculous fucking fight ever. Like, battle royale.
The eraser? The eraser, like, boom, boom. Yeah. I was like, this is an actual game. I look it up, I'm like, oh, this is a legit game. How did American kids not play this? It's like, oh, yeah. No one fucking takes notes in class in America.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Najumi's? It's got little, like, wings on the back of it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then, of course, it was just cool seeing everyone lose their fucking shit over this tournament of erasers, and you get the cool guy, whatever, he's like, fight me if you can, and then our tough guy's like, boom, just shoots out like a bolt, and he's like,
Katai. He's like, it's so good. It was a good ending because it showed you all the characters again at the end of the year, and then you find out, hey, Komi and yeah.
Komi and Tando are in the same class again. Woo.
That was I don't think it was that specific episode, but one of the last 2. We also see a little bit more of the brother, I believe, because I remember it sticks out because I could be wrong. Because I know Shikamori had some brother time, and I was like, oh, Komi had it too. No,
Komi didn't have it. I don't remember any of her brother.
I could be wrong, but
I didn't see any of her brother, and I just watched that this
maybe
morning.
Maybe it was just both the parents.
I mean, Komi's mom, 10 out of 10. Smash. Jenna, you're telling me you want to smash Justice?
But Komi's 17.
No, Komi's mom.
Well, yeah, but Komi.
14 is age of consent in Japan.
She's 17. So.
Just saying. Also, really quick, sidetracking. Vermeil and Gold doing that thing. I'm like, well, how old are you? I'm 14. It's like, okay, then. It's like, well, hold the phone here. Hold the fucking phone. That is a child, ma'am. That is a fucking child. Not like how Komi ended. I think Komi, had a good, like, the ending theme made everything nice, clean. Now I just want more Komi because it's like.
We're definitely going to get more Komi.
Well, yeah, show that. I wonder how much the Blu-ray is going to be.
I have no idea.
Because it's owned by, Netflix did the original series.
Well,
but I think
they paid for the rights to it.
They paid for their rights, but who actually owns, I wonder, distribution rights? Because if it's like, well, to be fair, if it's Funimation, now it's Sony, and, that'll be expensive. And if it's Aniplex, that'll be expensive on there. So regardless, it's going to be fucking expensive.
Yeah. Well, Sony, it typically isn't overly expensive because they do their tiers through.
Yeah. But I want
to be fair, it's Sony, Aniplex. They're all owned under the same umbrella.
Yeah. So, I mean, it might be super expensive. Hey, you know what else is expensive? Made in Abyss figures. Hey, speaking of Made in Abyss. For a second, I forgot that was one whole thing, and I thought it was 2 parts. I'm like, that thing's just gonna.
No,
Well,
it's one whole thing.
No, the bottom.
Huh?
The bottom you had to attach, right? The bottom was its own thing.
Nope, it is entirely one full thing. It's Nanaji.
I can't wait for AI. For anyone that doesn't know, when this uploads on Sunday, we'll just be getting back from AI, right?
Yes.
And then I don't know. Maybe someday we'll change our upload schedules. There's less time between like when we watch something, when we upload. I don't know. But AI will be doing a special. Well, not at AI, but we will do a special when we get back from AI. Opening more. So what the fuck are you doing? My cat's just. Hey, Ed. Psst, psst. Hey. There we go. Sorry, we had to discipline the cat. He's like, oh, shoot, I didn't do fucking shit. Hey, Made in Abyss, how's it so far? Still the trashiest anime of the season?
Yeah, you mean the highest rated? Like, legitimately.
You keep talking. We're gonna figure this shit out.
It has an 8.77. But have you seen much of Made in Abyss or any of it at all?
I've seen the first half of the first season.
Okay. Well, do you remember how for the first half of the first season...
I know one of them got turned into a melty thing.
Well, that's her name.
What?
Mitty it's close. She's
that bitch get fucking melted. See? Mitty.
Well, she's already dead by this time.
Oh. Spoiler, Jesus Christ.
Between the movie and the show, it's nice to be back. Made in Abyss is one of the best shows in ways of like worlds and just being there and enjoying and seeing what goes on. In my opinion, the score is amazing. Kevin Bacon, suck that.
I love the meme anytime there's Kevin Bacon. It's like Kevin Bacon, you know that when the piano's on fire and it's like him designing the soundtrack for Made in Abyss. It's like,
it's very, very good. Also, the show is fucked up. It's a fucked up show. I'm gonna be honest. The first episode, we get a flashback to like 3,000 years of some of the earliest settlers that are going to the abyss. In that episode, there is alluded to one of the slaves there, child rape and mutilation.
Well, is it just what do you watch now? What do you watch? What did you watch?
It's ranked 37, so is a lot of other people. You shut up.
Doesn't mean it's right. Hitler killed 6 million Jews. Does that make it right?
No. But this is a cartoon. I think it's a little different.
Just casual watching, no CP.
But it also it doesn't show anything. There's also vomiting that isn't rainbow, and at one point when Reg, Nanachi, and Rico are ascending to the newest layer, they've been going through this kind of like water tunnel for a while, and it's like, hey, I gotta use the bathroom, and they have a legitimate like, so anyways, that character's over there shitting. It's weird. It's like, all right, so we may have had sodomy, rape.
So you watch
vomit. And
so you watch
shitting.
Rape. Yeah, you watched everything. They hit it in what, 2 episodes?
I think there was murder last time. There's always some kind of murder. The murder's inevitable in this world.
I love how you like see the show. Like you look at this front page picture of like Made in Abyss, you're like, oh, it's so lovey-dovey.
It's so adorable. If you scroll down and there's on the right next to Nanachi, it's there at the top, Prushka. Do you know what happened to her? No, of course not. You didn't watch the movie. I really wanted this man to like catch up on it. She's like dead. Like she don't look like that
compared
anymore.
to just dead.
Oh,
there's dead.
You have no idea.
What did she get raped too, and then murdered?
Well, at one point she does refer to Bondrud's areas as Papa's Rod. So who knows?
So all I'm getting is Justus watching some CP
that
everyone else watches, and he thinks it's okay.
That is hearsay and blasphemy.
Did you not say that?
No.
The tapes would say otherwise, Justice. The tapes would say otherwise. They'd,
I also said
there might
that
have been some rape.
Well, yeah, but I also specifically said that it doesn't show anything, and in this case, it's alluded to. So
this is just a ploy to get me to watch it, just to prove that there is.
But she ends up in a container as like a live soup, a live soup essentially. All of her skin and bones are removed, and at one point, she's like actually dies because she's a slop in a container, and one of her bones that stayed is now the white whistle that Rico has.
Does she know it's a whistle that it's from her?
Yes.
So she purposely blows into the bones of her dead friend.
Yes. But it is heavily alluded to that in the show, all white whistles are like that.
What about black whistles, huh?
No.
Is that even a thing?
Yes.
Oh. What about Mexican whistles?
Oh.
They're
not allowed.
I was just going to say, wow.
It's red, purple, black, white.
Man, there's some... Made in the best sounds like
a and then the bell.
Oh, now we're adding bells.
It's literally at the very beginning. The youngest ones have little bells, and then it's a red whistle.
Yeah, but I don't know. I love how you see all these characters on child. Yo, this massive dude, Bondrude. I mean, it's a cool character design.
It's really cool. He's a messed up person. Trust me. We are... One of the cool things is in the 6th layer, they are at a level of kind of no return. And in the manga versus the anime, they're doing... Some chapters would only focus on the past, and some chapters would only focus on like what's happening there in the future. They've done the great thing of doing them side by side in the show. So when certain things are happening, you will cut over, which narratively is a whole lot easier to follow if you haven't seen the past stuff for a couple episodes and you're like, wait, what was going on back then? We are in the process because they've just entered what is referred to as the Golden City.
El Dorado.
No.
I mean, to be fair, El Dorado is the Golden City, Justice.
It's basically a bunch of monsters that used to be human, but now have a new form like Nanachi does. Because she used to be, human.
So they're furries.
No, because Mitty used to be human too. So it could sometimes change people into different
but they're
stuff.
attracted to other furry creatures?
No.
They're human on the inside.
The rest of them aren't furry creatures. Nanachi's just kind of
So they're scalies?
There's a bunch of different designs, man.
I'm just trying to admit that there's something weird about this show.
No, there's nothing weird about this show.
There's definitely weird things
if you
about
legitimately watch the show, you would like it, but you're lazy.
What am I kicking? Oh, it's a cat.
Yeah, and we are about to meet one of the most important characters in the story, which she is also kind of a furry and referred to as a queen.
Is she also going to get FMA'd as well?
She doesn't speak English.
Well, yeah, none of them speak English, Justice.
Well,
they all speak Japanese. I'll got you there.
Depends on if you're watching the dub.
I mean,
I got you there.
Originally, they were speaking Japanese,
yeah,
Justice. You just did the English down there. Are you watching dub? I think not. So not speaking English, Justice.
No, because the sub is superior.
Are they going to speak Korean now?
Well, she doesn't typically speak Japanese either. She doesn't speak that much, but she's very dangerous. It's alluded to that she's the one who helped create Reg, with the one with the robot arms. So yeah, it's gonna be super interesting. I'm super excited.
Look at this, Lieutenant Dan. I got no arms.
Yeah. Part of the difficulty about talking about this show is it's real wild, and I would kind of hoped you would have watched it to be able to bounce some stuff off, because there are gonna be things that I will talk about where it's like, look, I know it sounds real crazy, but if you stick with me for a moment, it's gonna be like this.
I just got a call.
From?
It's from the night. Yo, call it a night though. Okay, can we talk about like how weird this show is? Like, watching this show because I used to get off work at 10 every single night, and you were definitely a nighttime person. They do have a lot of points of like the night is so much more fun. I'm like, yeah. It's like when shit was open till like midnight, like Walmart and stuff. It's like I could really just go walk around, do stuff downtown at night, and it's just so peaceful. Because even pointing like, oh, it's so pretty because you get this dark background. You get like these bright lights at the convenience store, and I was like, oh, they're making a lot of good points right here, and it's like pretty dope. Also, the opening theme, I'm not a fan. I think it's all right, but then they do that thing where they're sitting in the studio pretending like they're watching, like, oh, so the show's actually going right now. It's like, no, I'm like, sorry, that's a Demon Slayer theme.
The weird like
the weird stop
pause,
and then the continuation. Not a huge fan. The ending theme's not terrible though. I do have to say, like, Komi Can't Communicate, opening theme great, ending theme great. Made in Abyss I haven't seen this season, so I imagine it's like pretty good because they got. I mean, yeah, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But Call of the Night's been kind of like, it's kind of all right. But the show, we've really only run into two characters. Like, we're looking through this. There is Yamori, which is our main boy. And then Kusa?
Natsuno.
Natsuno? Oh, well, sorry. I did the last name for him first, then you did the first name for it. But basically, Vampire Girl and our boy. He runs into her. She basically, like, he's talking about how, like, he's kind of depressed. He likes the night. He's not going to school. Basically, Akira, the girl, confessed to her love to him. I assume it's her. It looks like her on there. And then he just kind of rejected it. He's like, I don't really see the point in, like, I don't get relationships. I don't get the love thing. First comment I saw was, ooh, maybe he's, like, asexual. And I'm like, shut up with that stuff.
I mean, there is a possibility.
I mean, there is.
There are the legitimate people that just don't feel attraction to
others. But I was like, man, we don't need this conversation in, like, the comments here. Not hating on it, but I just had to be like, why is everyone speculating so early? Obviously, he wants to bone this vampire woman.
Well, I mean, even he says where it's like, I got to fall in love with this person, but I don't know
in order for him to become a vampire, it's like, there's a few requirements, like what? Ow, fuck. Sorry, just ow, fuck.
Cat.
So I got bit twice. No, what was the requirements for? It's like she has to suck your blood, and you have to fall in love with her, and after you fall in love with her, and she sucks your blood again, then you can become a vampire. Which I don't know how true that's gonna be on there. I mean, to be fair, he did point out like, she's kind of like Nagatoro, where it's like she's gonna be mean and like say some sexual stuff, and when it comes to her specifically, she gets all embarrassed. I'm like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
I like her character design. It's kind of weird because she's like pretty pale, but then she has like that purple kind of hue, purple pink hue around her the whole time. But it's like the big puffy coat thing when she's like in the alleyway, just like, yo, come here, little boy, grab. You can't leave. Sleep here with me. And that boy definitely is like, she's crazy. I shouldn't stay here. Let me lay down. It's like, dude.
Yeah. It's
just run. She's crazy.
Since when did she has a special power? She can fly. Like
it was just casual. There was no mention like, I'm here. It's like, oh, it's like. Also, her super strength because she's definitely carrying that boy around. I saw one comment like, man, I wish that was me.
One of the complaints that I heard about the show where it's like, yeah, I totally get that, is the main character is 14 and she is probably, look, she had a brick phone, so.
Yo, I picked up this cell phone. That is a brick, ma'am.
That shit came out in like the 70s. So she's been alive for a while.
Yeah, but she looks like a child, so it's okay, yes. Right?
But the biggest thing where it's like the character Yamori, he doesn't look crazy young. So if at some point where they were like, yeah, I'm 17, it'd be like, cool. It's just one of those, like, if it's closer to adulthood, the idea of maybe some school, but working, like, this show is basically escapism.
Yeah.
IRL.
Do you think his blood tastes so good because he's a virgin?
No.
It's got to be the reason.
No. His blood tastes so good because just it's so pure. Like some man.
Oh, yeah, totally
there.
pure.
Yeah, we'll get
I almost guarantee you this boy's a virgin. Sorry, his blood tastes so good. I don't know why. It's like, bitch, fucking virgin. It's kind of because the thing is, we leave episode 2 and it's Akira. They do this thing where they have these transceivers. It's like 2 watches that they can talk to each other within 150 meters.
Which is lame. She
deservedly
laughed at him.
She laughed at him. He's like, yo, I bought 2 and then I was going to use it with a friend, but I didn't have friends. So I just left it randomly here. And Akira picked it up. They're meant for each other. It's a tale as old as time, dude. It's a tale as old as time.
You only support it because she's big tittied.
What's man? Represent. Well, yeah, I'm not going to pick Aqua's character, voice actress. It's fucking dumb as shit.
Oh, but she's so nice, dude. Look at how adorable she looks.
Yeah, but I mean, look how adorable her voice actress looks.
She looks like a guy. So.
97. Yeah, she's almost, wow, she's that young. She's done this many roles. I mean, shit, she's in fucking Kaguya.
Hayasaka.
Yep.
She's your best girl boy.
Ryuji, let's go. Best girl boy of the... Listen, can we talk about Blue Period for 2 seconds? I fucking love that show so much. I wish I would have done a review for it. I literally have the next manga on pre-order.
I will say that Nazuna's voice actress is not only Aqua, but is also Chizuru in Rent a Girlfriend. So
Chizuru's trash.
Wow, I can't believe you would
She only wants him. So brave, yet so controversial at the same time. Oh my god. No, the show's pretty good so far. I think the scenery's cool. I think the sets are kind of cool. The thing is I feel like some of the story's kind of lacking. They're just kind of going through the motions right now. But I mean, if you look at all the characters on the screen that are gonna probably be in the next couple, I assume it'll expand pretty quickly on there.
Yeah, it definitely had that final like, oh, don't worry, it's not just gonna be them like no
fucking
hit.
Off in the night.
Yeah, note hit there at the end where he's like talking about the transceiver that he had lost, and of course it's like Erica hits it and like, all right.
Well, she's right behind him. Which first of all, Akira. Well, first of all, she hits it, and she is right fucking behind him the whole time, which is creepy as fuck. That woman's been stalking. What if she's a vampire? You get that double vampire? He wants that Vamposi and that Vamosi.
Stop it.
Hey, you know who else was 14?
A lot of people.
Alto from dude, this show is actually pretty good. Like the opening theme, I love it a lot.
Oh, I literally.
We're talking about Vermeil and Gold.
Yes.
Right? Vermeil and Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, despite the sexual. Listen, I told Justice, I was like, man, we should really name this episode like Vermeil and Gold. Nah, man, Vermeil and MILF. The golden milk.
Look, it doesn't roll off the tongue. It's a work in progress. I'll figure it out. But
Alto and the golden milk. I heard good things about it.
The lewdest show. She sucks his dick in the middle of an episode.
No, she doesn't.
She totally does.
She did not. She was touching us. She did not suck dick.
She only needed to take off his shirt to kiss him in behind the bushes. Well, the chick that actually likes him is currently naked.
She wants to get all up on him. Also, there was a point that was crossed where she's like, I need more power. We could do it another one. It's like, bitch, you are, 900 years old and you're touching a 14-year-old's dick? You need to chill the fuck out, woman. You need to chill out. Don't be touching underage dick.
Yeah, not only...
that's free advice. Don't touch dick.
Not only is there that instance, but literally 2 scenes before where she's like, yo, it's more effective if you do it a different way. She's literally grabbing his junk, but you just see the hand, and it cuts to the next day of her being very satisfied. And
it's just teasing him.
No,
there was
very much.
There's no proof of penetration. You have no. That's hearsay. That is hearsay. I will fight this.
Fuck you.
I will die on this hill.
I cannot wait till the next episode where you have to be like, so my actions have consequences, and I'm here to apologize.
Also, that whole naked thing, that was pretty perfect. Of like, it's invisibility. Invisibility was like, my clothes disappear too. It's like, nah. That ain't how that shit works. It's like, take it off. She's like, okay, I'll casually. And then Alto's like, you're taking off clothes. Don't look at me. What about your ribbons? She still takes off the ribbons. Here's the flower. Oh, you're naked now. It's like, you gotta admit, I mean, I really like the duality, but it's like
she's wearing a virgin killer. Also, as much as you're like, specifically the bushes thing, I'm really going to harp on it. If she was just kissing him, why the fuck did she get naked? She took it off.
She got naked plenty of times.
She
doesn't like wearing clothes. She said in episode 1. She said clothes are such a drag.
Wow, you're really great at excuses.
I know I am. Also, hang on. You know how little of a character you are that Francio gets a title card before the guy that owns it. He's not even on that list. Look at that fucking list, Justus. Do you see the guy that owns that little fucking beetle thing? Also, the whole maid thing. So, like, the maid of the one preppy dude shows up and she's like, I got the flower. Yay. And it's like, you deserved it. Should I really be student council president? It's like, sure. Or class president or whatever. Not like president, whatever. But the fights are pretty cool. Animation's pretty cool. Fights are pretty cool in there. Like when he's fighting the T-Rex, it's like, oh, they're going to cheap out on him. I'm like, oh, no, it's just Todoroki on crack. Well, it's Todoroki not on crack, I should say. Because he's like, yo, ice wall, boom, give me some of your power. It's like, you want some of this back? Meh.
I Googled it. I got it spoiled for me.
What?
I'm totally in the right. It's literally people talking about how they shag all the time.
But is there a picture proof? Or is that them just speculating? How dare you spoil stuff for me? I didn't want to spoil it. Why did you just say it?
Come on now. Those two are...
I'm right. I'm going to go all the... You know what? I'm going to spoil Made in Abyss for you. I'm going to read all the way to the end.
It's not over, and I've already read past this entire season. So.
Okay, sure. I'm just going to look up something that you're waiting for and be like, oh, Justus, did you know that? You know what?
Yeah, tell me it about Bleach. I'm only finished that too.
Yeah. You know who else? You know who's a bitch? He was a bitch. Fucking Ichigo's a bitch. You're going to do stuff in the spirit world. Do stuff in the real world, bitch.
Like, it's Vermeil and Gold, and we're literally talking about, have they been fucking?
Maybe
spoiler,
I wanted to find out myself, Justus. A spoiler is a spoiler.
Literally.
A spoiler is a spoiler.
They've totally been fucking.
Yeah.
It's physically already been shown to you.
What if you didn't know about domestic girlfriend? I'm like, you know what? Maybe he doesn't actually fuck her. Maybe it was a dream the whole time.
Well, that's literally just wrong. If you have the Blu-ray,
you got a weird fetish, by the way.
Why?
I mean, she gets incapacitated, and she's in a hospital, and he's fucking Chef Boy or some shit. I don't know.
None of that happens. Well, I mean, she's hospitalized.
Oh, I forgot that.
Because she was hit by a fucking car.
She deserved it.
Truck Coon couldn't finish that bitch.
Oh man, she's in Girls Don't Answer the film. Wow, literally a side character that no one knows anything about on there. Oh shit, she's other character. Sorry, I'm looking at like some of the voice actors, what they've done. The one of them might have done a whole bunch of very lewd shows. Not naming names. I don't know. I like the show a lot. I think the animation's good. I don't know how I feel about the start. Like, you freed me from the book. Like, well, how the fuck that book fall off the shelf? Hits the dude in the head, and he's like, because literally our boy Alto in the first episode saying, yeah, you're doing like #1 in every class, but you can't summon a familiar? Yeah, fuck you. Then he summons this bitch, and of course the teacher's like, how do I know you're familiar? Thank you, young lady, for coming and helping him, but there's no way you can tell. She's like, aha, check this out. And it's like, oh, yep, definitely a familiar. And then, God, well, don't sit on his lap, but everybody else is familiar. You could sit on their lap. And it's like, well, hold up, bitch. Like, I mean, something tragic must happen because you see her in the beginning, like credits, and she's like crying, burning. She's a demon. I guess we forgot to mention she's actually a demon. She's just okay with Alto, like keeping her as a familiar. She could break away at any time. Yeah. Yeah, but someday what they talk about the ranks, there was like, I don't remember what they're actually called.
It's literally like classic fucking.
Yeah, like here's your bronze tier, here's your silver tier, but then there's like the platinum tier. It's like,
it's gold, and then the best of the gold, which is like Overwatch top 500. There's the platinum tier where it's like, okay,
yo, Super's over there like #1.
Like and I just think the show's maybe a little.
Listen, at least it's not
too horny.
Listen, the thing is, it's a horny show with magic that's not an isekai. There, what do you want? What else do you want, Justus?
I want something other than titties. I just want to be happy.
I don't want to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy. You know what else is happy? Chisato, whatever the fuck her name is. Dude, this show is so good. Show is so good.
We're now talking about Lycoris Recoil.
Have you seen Gunslinger Girl?
No.
It's basically the same thing. They take a whole bunch of orphan girls and they make them into like mercenary assassins. But this is like with way better animation and like a way better plot.
Yeah, I mean, this is done by A1 Pictures, so you would hope.
Also, I know I've said this before. It might sound weird. I like that there's more black people in anime. Because you watch anime like 10 years ago, and there's like, even like Cowboy Bebop. Like, oh my god, what the fuck is his name? I completely forgot his name. From Cowboy Bebop, Robot Arm. Oh my god.
I don't remember.
You know who I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah.
There's him. Then there's what's his name from Black Lagoon. It's like, oh, here's two. Well, to be fair, in Cowboy Bebop, it's like, he's black. It's like, really? Well, I mean, we made him look pretty white, but like, you kind of know he's black. Then at least in Black Lagoon, they're like, yeah, this character's black. But then like, what's some other like animes you could think of that have like a black character that's not big like Bleach? Shut the fuck up.
Afro Samurai.
Yeah, but it's like there isn't
also,
a good.
Yeah, Bleach. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know.
Tosin, and he's blind, representing Tubi.
Hey, the disabled.
Too bad he's a villain.
Oh! No, I mean the show's pretty good on there, especially like, so if you like watching gunfights and you like lollies, boom.
Yeah. By the way,
The uniforms are super cool though. Like their whole get up. If we don't see any cosplayed anime Iowa like that,
and look, it just just came out. Come on now.
I hope to see more of it because it is like a pretty cool kind of style. Like it's the uniforms
source
are
is original too, so there isn't a manga that people could have based this.
Also, their bags with the guns, I was like, that's actually a really well thought out bag. Like, also, Chisato, she needs to get over her I know when you kill people thing. Like, you fucking shot a dude in the head with a non-lethal like powder round. That shit still like that should have killed that guy, or at least given him very like. Dude's getting hit in a vest and be like, you hit him in the head. It's like, oh.
I think that is legitimately their way of being like, don't worry, we can shoot a lot and make it look real graphic because it's not real.
Well, the first time she shot someone, I was like, damn, that's a lot of blood. And it's like, no, they were powder rounds. It's like,
are you not gonna talk about Takina and her introduction?
Yo, we got a hostage situation. Yo, there's a PKM over there. Just fucking go into town. I'm like, that could have fucking like. She's like, well, she didn't die. I'm like, do you know how inaccurate it is shooting a PKM hip fire? Like, what the fuck were you thinking? You're lucky she's alive.
I mean, look, if she didn't do anything, she was gonna die anyways.
There was a sniper in a place that could have taken the shot, Justice.
And they weren't gonna do it because they're cowards. And it was a black man.
Yeah, it was a black man. Wow, it got the black man. The only person of a minority in the show a coward.
He's a coward.
That dude, I feel like there's gonna be a scene in the show where he's just like, someone's broken into the shop. Fuck this sniper. Pulls out like 2 grenade launchers. Just fucking blowing shit up.
Also, just gonna point out the Takina, her voice actress, every single role that she's had lately, we've watched. So
have we? What's her name? Can you pronounce her name, Justice?
It is Shion Wakayama. She has done Destiny in Tokto P, Kawaii in
Police in a Pod.
She was
Tomono in Akabe Sailor uniform, and she's Azura in what's it called? Dr. Stone. Have I seen her in anything else?
So,
she's done a lot of good things.
Yeah, but lately, it's literally everything.
She hasn't done much, and it's like, boom, you want like a primary role like Destiny or like Kawaii? Or like, God, it's actually a lot of big roles.
Yeah, and she's, especially like back to back like this. She is adorable, but a little too serious, which I can't knock too much.
I mean, to be fair, you got the fun, you got the good bad cop, good cop bad cop thing. Also, Fuki just like, yo, fucking Falcon punch her in the face. I'm like, oh shit. I do have a little bit of beef with the show. I understand you want to look cool, but the whole like, let me shoot like this. It's like, that's like the most inefficient way to hold a gun. But to be fair, the other scenes when they're shooting normally, they're holding the gun pretty good. I'm no like Navy SEAL expert or anything. I just like guns a lot, and they're holding the gun pretty good. I'm glad they took their time to think about like. I wonder if anyone's counted the bullets like when they're shooting.
I didn't.
Also, there was a scene where there's this hacker, which is Kurumi.
Yeah, goes by Walnut.
Walnut was her hacker name, and like the whole thing is like, you know, squirrel. There's a point where like Kurumi technically picks him up in the squirrel suit and like has a suitcase with her. What you find out at the very end of it is that Kurumi is actually in the suitcase, and then who is it? Mizuki is actually in the squirrel outfit, and it's like bulletproof on there. It's like, even though she totally got fucking like, she's holding an iPad, walking outside in the squirrel suit, gets shot, and you're like, oh fuck. Well, our the person we're supposed to escort's dead now, and then gets shot like 15 more times. It's like she gets out. She's like,
no, that was way more, because one dude was like, I landed 20 shots.
He's like, no, we landed at least 10 shots on him.
I landed at least 10.
No, we landed at least 10 shots on him.
Oh, I could have swore he was like.
I mean, to be fair, you also only see like maybe around 10 shots, and then like falls to the ground, blood everywhere. It's like, no, the suit's bulletproof, and we got all this fake blood. I'm like, man, if you would have got shot that many times, that shit would have hurt as so fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they're like, don't use the briefcase as like a shield. And then you find out Kurumi's been in the suitcase all curled up this whole time. It's like, that shit must have sucked, because like Takina was just like, boom, boom, boom.
I don't
boom,
have
boom,
a
boom.
choice. Which, in her case, fair, when they're like, don't use it as a shield, where it's like, maybe you fuckers should have helped secure the area instead of walk forward and then leave me lugging this as the last person. Yeah.
I feel like Chisato is going to die in a way of like,
I
saved this guy, I'm going to...
I don't think so.
Hopefully this doesn't do a detective is already dead thing.
That would suck.
This show, I don't think it'll do that. It's already started good. 2 episodes in, it's still holding how good it is.
Yeah. The plot is weird.
Yo, we took these orphans and they're assassins. Keeping the peace in Japan.
Yeah. And things are currently convoluted because the big bad guy is a regular at the shop, and then he's also the one that had Walnut killed, but she's actually alive.
Yoshimatsu? Yo, that was fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, his name's Shinji. Yeah, he's fucking trash.
Yeah, and he's like... there's just these weird, like,
everything's
interlaced...
connect. Yeah,
interlaced stuff where it's like, I mean, that's real weird, but...
I mean, he's got to know. To be fair, there's also this other hacker called Robot, and he's the one that found out about Kurumi, where they live, and it's like, oh, hacker versus hacker. But now everyone thinks Kurumi's dead, which is good, because then they can like, oh, rise up to the...
But, again, I don't know how old Kurumi is supposed to be, because at one point they literally is like, yeah, Walnut's died like multiple times over the last 30 years. And it's like...
I wonder if, the original... I
hope it's an alias.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if Hear me out, Justice. The original Walnut was her dad. Dad dies, and it was the mom. Mom dies. Now it's Kurumi, which is why she's got the fight in her. That's what I'm just thinking. Also, there's this secret organization that is what is it? Sanctioned by the government that does all this. It's literally just like little like high school girls walk around like killing people. Like literally at one point you see like a bomb in a bag. They're like walk up, boom, 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 boom. Suppressors are not that fucking quiet. No one understands suppress. Like even, I mean, to be fair, BB's rifle was a whole different thing. But even like pistol suppressors, like unless you're using a 22, shit's not that quiet. Also, there are going to be casings on the ground.
No, they're just that good. They're cleaning up the casings too.
I guess.
I do think it's interesting for Kurumi. I thought the voice sounded familiar. It is the little brother in a harem, and also the little sister
in Akabe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Frederica from '86.
Yeah.
Yo, we need someone to play a little girl. Hey, it's also Hawk from Seven Deadly Sins, so she's a pig.
Yeah. It was one of those like
all of her roles are just little girls over and over and over again. And then a pig.
To be fair, she's really good at it. So can't blame him.
Yeah, we got this black character played by a white guy.
One of them isn't a little girl. One of them is many hundreds of thousands of years old and looks like this.
That's a child, sir. That's a child, sir.
That's Made in Abyss for you. Also, they do the horrendous thing where it's like they make it look like she has a bra on, and it's like, well, now you just made it weird.
You made it weird saying, "Hey, but this one's 3,000 years old, so it's okay, right?"
I didn't
this one
say
this
that
one
it was
turns,
okay.
That one turns into an adult, so they're actually an adult that can turn into a child. It's
Look,
okay.
we've all agreed that you've lost that argument.
What?
You're the only one who supports your own version of that argument.
No, there's plenty of people, thousands
Thousands.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ed,
Well, there's millions of us.
We were talking about children, and Ed comes here, people, bitch.
Yes, my child.
No, Ed, come here. Come here, buddy. Well, that's all I got for this week. We're going to Anime Iowa this weekend. We'll probably have a special plus the regular stuff. And then I talked with some of the boys. There might be another special of the week after where we try one of our new, not shows, but games, something. I don't know.
Yeah. And that one, I don't know if it's a podcast or a video.
I think it should be a video. Like, play it up a little bit. But that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Bombshell, Good night.
She's totally sucking his dick.